Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaying City of the Big Shoulders. So it's been a year since I did my original gameplay and Gamesplanation for City of the Big Shoulders. What do I think of it? Do I still like it? Have I even played it? I am glad you asked. I have managed to play this one twice since I did that original Gamesplanation. It is on my list of games I really desperately want to bring to the table and want to play often. In fact, through 2020, if you watch my top 10, you will notice this game is my number one. It sat with me all year almost because it was very early. It's like the third game that I gamesplayed in January of 2020 and just really hit the right mark. This is a Euro game version of an 18xx game. I believe I've said that every time that I've talked about this game. And while I haven't yet played any 18xx games, I still believe that is the case. From every explanation of an 18xx game that anyone has ever said that I've heard, this feels like that explanation. So there are companies and you're buying shares in those companies and other people can buy shares in those companies and the companies do stuff and then they pay out of their profits for you and anyone who owns shares in that company. So it's possible to own shares in a company that someone else is running. The whole idea of this game is building up different businesses to get their goods or to create their goods to be able to sell and make that money in. This sounds like a really dry, mathy game, but I really like it. And more importantly, my wife really likes this one. She's not a mathy person at all. In fact, quite often I'll put a game in front of her and we'll start playing and she'll just look at me, I don't know what's going on, there's too much maths. And I would have suggested that this had a lot of maths in it because one of the elements is when you get to the end of the round, you need to work out how much money this company has got in, and then you need to work out the percentage of that money that's going to you and to other players and back into the company. Oh, there's so darn much going on with this game. It's a really wonderful game though. And I know that everything I'm saying makes it sound really dry and blur, but it is actually a really wonderful game. There's so many different elements in that you're pushing towards getting, and this guy wants to try and get that, and that company's doing that. And because you are running multiple companies, you end up doing, I'm doing this one thing on my turn for this company or for that company, and keeping your economies separate is really important. Each company needs to be able to up its game for you to keep getting higher and higher value out of that company. I really, really, really appreciate the City of the Big Shoulders. I think it's such a good game. I think you should definitely look into it. I went out and bought the expansion for it after I played it for one time only. I played it and I gone, okay, I need the expansion. I went and got the expansion, I added it in. I now couldn't tell you what the difference is between the expansion and not the expansion. It's one of those games where it's a necessary thing to have the expansion. I do fear, however, that when they put the whole game together, it just looked too expensive as a single game, and so they pulled out some of the factions and put them into the expansion. Going and buying the expansion just makes it a more complete game. I'm not saying that it's not a complete game without them, it's just a more complete game with them. So if you are looking at getting this, I would heavily suggest to get the expansion straight away as well, because it is a necessary element of the game. Look, I'll leave it there. Please go ahead and watch my Gamesplay and Gamesplanation from a year ago. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplaying, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.